Hey guys, how you doing? Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB baseball preview and prediction for a Sunday, July 25th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Follow the top pickers today at bullpenpicks.com, and that would be Sean Zun at 758, Mags at 729, and also you got Maj R at 724, and those are your top baseball pickers today at bullpenpicks.com. All right, let's talk about the SBI, the Sports Betting Index. And you can see yesterday it was another day for the underdogs. We've been switching back and forth all week with the favorites and underdogs. And on the 7-day average, we're almost 50-50 when it comes to picking baseball. So if you're an underdog bettor, you're probably doing all right this week because the underdogs have cashed in 47.9%. And if you watch my video early in the week about dogs this season, normally cashing in at 41% on the season. So you're doing pretty well if you are betting underdogs right now in Major League Baseball. And the unders, another winning night for the unders last night. That is the fourth night in a row the unders have taken the reign. 9-5-1 to the under last night on the 7-day average, 53.9, and on the 3-day average, unders have cashed in 64%. So you know what? Very impressive the last 3 or 4 nights if you are betting underdogs. But keep in mind on the 7-day average, we are still in a neutral market. So fire away on the over-unders, and that means with your 5 units, or, to me, anytime we're in a neutral market, that means I'll just keep fire away on my 5 units. But as soon as the 7-day average will get to a bull or bearish markets, then I'll scale back my units. All right, let's get to the games here today. We're going to kick it off with the Phillies. Man, they took it on the chin last night against the Atlanta Braves. In fact, it was a 15-3 victory for Atlanta. Touki Toussaint coming back here today, making his first start in a while for the Braves. And Aaron Nola going to go here for the Philadelphia Phillies. Nola is 7-3 as a home favorite this season, the last 10. So watch something to watch here for today. And it's a bounce back game for the Philadelphia Phillies after losing that game yesterday. And let's take a look at the numbers here. We have -165 is the price tag here for the Philadelphia Phillies. The over-under is set at 9.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna go with the Phillies 6.1 to 7.6. Oh, sorry. The Atlanta Braves 7.6 to 6.1. The over-under at 13.76. 42% chance of winning for the Braves. 59 for the Philadelphia Phillies. But the fourth game of a series this season, home teams are 40, 53, and 6 to the under. So I'm just going to double check this stat here. So if you go to the Raymond Report and you go to, say right there, MLB Raymond Report, and you go to View Now, and if you go to the bottom, you're going to see down here the Raymond Report. And I want to just double check here, make sure I got, yeah, right here, 40, 53, and 6 to the under. So maybe the under with Nola going here today might get a good chance to get the under money. All right, Washington taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Max Scherzer didn't start yesterday. He must be on the trading block because they're probably sitting him out and see where he's going to go before the deadline. John Means here is going to go now for the Baltimore Orioles, and he's up against Paulo Espino of the Washington Nationals. And the computer pick going to go with the Nationals here. 7.7 to 3.4. The over-under is set at 11.2. And looking at John Means as a home favorite this season, or his last 10, he's only 2-8 as a home favorite, but the under is hitting at 70%, 3.70 to the under. And Washington on a 3-game losing streak, and those last 3 games I've gotten under the total. New York Yankees winning yesterday at Fenway 4-3 against the Boston Red Sox. Now the Bull Sox a 138 favorite. The over-under is set at 10.5 today. Domingo Germán going to go up against Martin Perez of the Boston Red Sox, and this is the 4th game of the series. Bull Sox 3-0 at home in the 4th game of a series this season. The bookmakers got them at 138, and the computer pick going to go with the high-scoring affair. Look at that. Boston 10.5, New York 10.5, Boston 9.5, the over-under at 20. And you know what, with Domingo Germán pitching today for the Yankees, you just never know. It could be a high-scoring affair right there. And looking at the Kogo at 78%, so the percentage play does favor the over here today, and the Kogo is at 78%. And look at our total here at 20. Maybe the over is where you want to lean in this one. All right, let's take a look at the next game. Yu Darvish and the San Diego Padres taking on the Miami Marlins. Now, the Marlins, a big home underdog, coming off that 3-2 win yesterday against the Padres. And when Darvish starts for the Padres, they are 14-5 on the year. And looking at some of my numbers, Yu Darvish 6-4 as a road favorite. Last 10, 3-7 to the under. And the last 4 games for the Padres have gone under the total. Still undecided for the Marlins. Computer pick going to lean with San Diego here. 3.09 to 2.7. The over-under at 5.8. Sonny Gray going to go and toe the rubber for the Reds here today against Johan Oviedo. And looking at last night's game, it was a 5-3 win for the Reds. Minus 160 is the price tag here today for Cincinnati. The over-under is set at 10. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with the Cardinals here. 5.2 to 3.9, the over-under at 9.21. Cincinnati on a 2-game win streak, 51-47 on the year. My line on the game, minus 120 for the Reds. You can see the bookmaker has it overvalued here at minus 160. And Sonny Gray doesn't do well against the Cards. He's 1-5 straight up against St. Louis. And looking at the Reds here, not a bad, so, double-edged sword here. You got Cincinnati 8-2 as a home favorite in their last 10, 4-11 to the under. And St. Louis, anytime they play a team that is 51 to 60% in the win percentage, 5-13 straight up this season. So a little bit of mixed numbers right there. But looking at our percentage play, always go back to anytime you get a game like this when you're handicapping, you say, you know what, man, I can make a case for either side. I always go back to my fundamentals. Where's the value? Let's take a look at the value. I had minus 120 for Cincinnati, plus 107 for the St. Louis Cardinals, and you're getting about, 140? So you're getting good value here on St. Louis, but they're overvalued for the Cincinnati Red. The percentage play, 59% chance of winning compared to 41%. And when you look at the PVI, the performance index, this is where you got to go into the Raymond report and find the exact value. And when you look at the forecast here, 5.2 for St. Louis, and Sonny Gray doesn't do well against the Cards, so maybe the Cards is where you want to lean in this one. Tampa Bay taking on the Cleveland Indians. Now the Tribe, Tristan McKenzie going to go up against Ryan Yarbrough of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now the Rays winning yesterday 8-2 against Cleveland. And looking at the computer pick, going to go back to Tampa Bay here, 5.7 to 4.3. The over-under is set at 10.12. Looking at some of the numbers, Tampa Bay now on a 5-game win streak, 16-39 on the season, where the Tribe are on a 3-game losing streak. My number on the game, minus 193 for Tampa Bay, and you're getting 144, so you're getting good value. And for the Cleveland Indians, 2-9 straight up, coming off a road loss as a dog this season, and they are 28-10-3 to the over versus lefty this season. So it could be a high-scoring affair today at Progressive Field. Toronto Blue Jays going to face Rich Hill and his new team here today with the New York Mets. Rich Hill being acquired from the Tampa Bay Rays early in the week. Now he's going to make his start against the Blue Jays. I think he's 3-1 lifetime against the Blue Jays, 11-8 straight up for the team he's representing this year. So we carry that over from the Tampa Bay record. And looking at the computer pick, 4.2 to 3.6, the over-under at 7.8, favoring the Toronto Blue Jays, coming off that 10-3 win last night. In fact, New York Mets was our underdog play of the day last night, but we did very well with our 5-star best bet with Seattle, and we won our underplay as our 4-star over-under play on Minnesota was a 2-1 winner. So nice winner there with the members area selections. Ross Stripling up against Rich Hill, and let me see here some of the numbers I got today for the New York Mets. If you do like the Mets, they're 12-4 coming off a loss this season. Texas taking on the Houston Astros. Astros coming off a 4-1 win over the Rangers in the last game. They're on a 2-game win streak. And looking at the starting pitchers today for the Houston Astros, Zach Greinke, he's going to go up here against Texas. He's 6-3 as a home favorite versus the Rangers lifetime. And looking at Taylor Urn, going to go for the Rangers. 4.4 to 3.6. The over-under at 8.06 is the over-under of the accumulated total out of 44 previous game in the database. And looking at the Kogo is at 40%. Detroit taking on the Kansas City Royals. Now the pick-em price here, minus 110. The over-under set at 10.5. Daniel Lynch going to go here for the Royals up against Tarek Skubal of the Detroit Tigers. And the computer pick going to go with the Tigers here. 6 to 4.2. The over-under at 10.29. And looking at some of the numbers here I have on this game, 3-7 for the Tigers as a road favorite to the under in their last 10 games. So I don't know if the under's maybe worth a shot here. The Kogo's at 47%, so it's hovering around that 50% mark, so I do like that. And they have a 60% chance of winning. Man, they had a really good series at home prior to this road trip, and now they're on a 2-game losing streak. LA Angels taking on the Minnesota Twins. You got Bailey Ober going up against Jaime Barria of the or Jamie Berry of the LA Angels. The Halos now going to this game as a minus 105 underdog. Minus 115 is the price here on Minnesota. Computer pick, going to lean with the Twinkies here, 5.1 to 4.7. The over-under is set at 9.92. And I'm just going to take a look, a quick peek at some of my numbers for the LA Angels. 24, 12, and 3 to the over. 24 overs, 12 unders, 3 pushes versus lefties this season. So maybe the over 71% Kogo, so it could be a good chance here, especially coming off a game that went under the total last night. Again, 2-1 victory for the Minnesota Twins. And the under was our 4-star best bet. Arizona shocking the Cubbies yesterday, 7-3 at Wrigley. Caleb Smith going to go up against Trevor Williams today for the Chicago Cubs. We do like the Cubbies in this one, 4.4 to 3.9. The over/under at 8.35. Minus 168 is the price here on the Cubs. Minus 108 was our price, and you can see the Kogo is at 51%. And just going to take a look at some of my numbers. In the Arizona Diamondbacks in a third game of the series this season on the road. Not a good record, only 1-12 straight up in the third game of the series. The Bucks, man, they just wish they could make San Francisco their home field. Another victory for Pittsburgh last night. In fact, it was a 10-2, not even a close game. It was a 10-2 beating over the San Francisco Giants. Kevin Gossman too. So big kudos to the Bucks for getting that win on the road in Oracle Park. Now Alex Wood going to see things stop the bleeding for the Giants here today. He's up against JT Brubaker of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The computer pick going to lean with the Bucks here. Look at this, 3.5 to 3.3. The over/under at 6.94. And when the JT Brubaker goes for the Bucks, they are 4-13 to start, 6-11 to the under. And I'm just going to take a quick look on some of my numbers to see. The over is 7-3 as a home favorite for the Giants in their last 10 games. All right, another close game last night in LA. In fact, Colorado took the first game of the series. Now LA took the second game, 1-0. Jose Gray going to go up against John Gray. Now, I do have some really interesting numbers here on John Gray to the under. In fact, lifetime against the Dodgers, 15-3 to the under. However, during road game, it's only 3-5, so 10-1 at home. It's too bad this game wasn't at home, but man, 15 of the 18 games John Gray has faced against the Dodgers have gone under the total. And looking at the price here, minus 182. I had minus 205, 3.5, 2.8. The over/under is set at 6.47. Again, the computer leaning with the Colorado Rockies based on 12 previous games in the system. Oakland taking on the Seattle Mariners. Seattle, our 5-star best bet last night. Our 5-star best bet is on a 2-game win streak. We had the Mets on Friday night. We had Seattle. Let's see if we can do the hat trick today. And Marco Gonzalez is going to go up against Cole Irving here today of the Oakland Athletics. And when Oakland faces a lefty this year, 30-16 straight up. And our computer pick going to go with Oakland here. 4.8 to 4.04, the over/under at 8.9. And now looking at the Seattle Mariners, they're on a 2-game win streak. All right, your ESPN Sunday night game of the week is a couple of burly righties going at it here tonight. In fact, you got Chicago White Sox, Lance Lynn up against Brandon Woodruff of the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, the only thing that's disappointing in this game here tonight is that Chicago's 0-10 as a road dog in their last 10 games, and coming off that 6-1 loss last night to the Brew Crew. They need one there tonight. Maybe this is it. Maybe Lance Lynn goes in there at Miller Park and gets the W for the White Sox. But hey, it's going to be a great matchup. 13-5 the Brewers are when Woodruff goes. Computer pick going to go with Brew Crew here. 4.3 to 3.1. The over-under at 7.46. And taking a look at some of my numbers, Lance Lynn 2-8 as a road dog last 10. Woodruff 8-2 as a home favorite. So something's got to give right there. And again, you got Lance Lynn 9-3 in the season, 1.94 ERA, and Brandon Woodruff 7-4, 2.04 ERA. Maybe the under is worth a look here tonight since the first game went over, the second game went under. This is a tough call. Kogo's at 24%, and my line on the game minus 158 for Milwaukee, minus 167 for the White Sox. I do like Chicago in this one. We'll see. But the only thing that scares me off is that 0-10 road dog record right there. All right. Trends are your friends. Let's see if we got any friends here today. Cleveland Indians 13-1 to the under as a 120-140 home underdog when they're coming off a game where they only scored 2 runs for in the last game. It's going to be tough against that Tampa Bay Rays team. In fact, especially with that number that I shared with you. Let me see here. 28-10. And 28-10-3 to the over versus lefties. So, anytime you do these type of shows and you're doing trends, you're gonna, and sometimes I get the comments, oh, you're saying this on this, but hey, I'm just giving you guys the facts, right? The thing is, anytime you do a show like this and you're giving out trends, obviously I can make cases for both sides, but just take it with a grain of salt. I'm giving you guys the facts and use it towards where you think you can use it as your advantage, right? So just the facts I'm giving you. So anytime we get conflicting numbers with stats, just remember, it's just a fact-finding mission, right? All right, the Giants 13-1 as a 160-180 home favorite, coming off a National Central Division opponent the last 10 years. Cincinnati with Sonny Gray on the hill today. They're 12-1 as a 140-160 home favorite, playing the month of July the last 7 years. Pretty good record right there. Phillies 12-1 as a 160-180 home favorite versus a National Conference opponent the last 2 seasons. They'll need it after that thumping last night. And the Baltimore Orioles 11-1 as a 120-140 home favorite, coming on a 2-game win streak. And they are facing who today? Is it Baltimore or Detroit? Let me see here. Baltimore. No, they're facing. Come on, Ron. It's Washington. Yeah. You know what? That taking out Scherzer yesterday really probably told the players, that's it. We're selling. We're not making a run here. So you keep an eye on that, right? Mariners 10-1 as a 100-120 home dog versus American Conference opponent this season. Mariners, all they do is just win and make you money, right? So you gotta like that. And let me see if I can find another current season trend before we end the show. And let me go down here. Let's go with let's go with the Phillies here. That's a pretty good one. 10-2 as a home team during the day game this season, so you might want to consider that one. All right, folks, don't forget you can get my 5-star best bet and my 4-star over/under play of the day, my 2-team parlay of the day. Also, you get the upset special and the system play of the day. All those picks with a new membership here at atsstats.com. And guys, 1 day left to get 35% off. We don't have many sales here at the ATS Stats. Might have a few more before football season. I don't know if they'll be 35% off, but why not get 35% off your next membership right here at atsstats.com. Use promo code ATS35. All right, have yourself a great day of baseball. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.